Hey everybody, welcome back to Record-ology. First, I want to apologize. It's been a little bit longer than usual since the last show. I just got back from a nice vacation to Florida. Got a lot of beach time, Orlando time, theme parks and stuff. Did see one vinyl shop near Daytona Beach. Didn't have a chance to go in it. But look what was waiting for me when I came back. It was worth the wait, guys. We are going to be reviewing the Crosley C6. Now, this is one of their newer turntables. And this is one of the many turntables that they're releasing now that is specifically designed based on feedback, what people want Crosleys and record players in general to be able to do. So this is designed right here in the USA and is, a lot of improvements based on feedback, industry expectations in terms of a turntable should be able to do this. So if you have maybe not given Crosley a fair shot lately, please pay attention to these new units they're coming out with. Have not reviewed or seen this thing yet, but great reviews, about $159 on Amazon. Looks to be well worth it, and we'll talk through it as we go. So we're going to review and unpackage this bad boy today. Same packaging style that the other Crosleys that we've looked at have come in. So consistent with the new image and branding and whatnot that they're using. It's available in different colors, like a wood grain color, black. I don't know if there's a blue. I think there's a red, obviously, and that's the one I got. So let's take a look at this bad boy here. I'm not going to be on camera for this video because I really want all the attention to be on this turntable. I don't want to take up any more space. Warranty card. Smells like a new car. I love that. Here's our dust cover. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to try and do this without reading the instructions. Famous last words, perhaps. Beautiful red color. Man, that picture, it's bigger than I expected. It's a big turntable. That's what I would call full-size turntables. Some of the all-in-one units, and you know that I like the all-in-one units, but a lot of those turntables feature smaller platters, where they don't, the whole, like a full 12-inch record doesn't fit on it without hanging over the edge. And I think it's better if you can avoid that. So if you have a record player that supports the whole width of the 12-inch record without it hanging off, that's a better thing. Okay, so let's see. Almost feels like there should be, okay, that is the bottom. So let me talk about this while I'm unpackaging a little bit. This, one thing we've talked about before is the plinth, which is basically this square part of the record player. It's what the tonearm assembly and what the platter connects to and is based on. This, one of the key design features of this turntable is the plinth. So it uses an MDF fiber board, which is basically medium density fiber. And the medium density fiber, think of it kind of like a plywood, but higher density and higher quality. And the idea is that its binding agents, which are usually like plastic and wax, allow the wood to handle vibrations and minimize sound vibrations from like the motor to the tonearm assembly. So you get less rumble and whatnot compared to what you would get with a typical record player, even more so than a hardwood plinth would do. So this is a MDF particle board plinth with a veneer on it. This one is red. Looks beautiful. We're going to go ahead and take off the packaging elements right here. So yeah, this is really, really cool. Now, one thing that this record player features that's really awesome is if you see right here, this pulley assembly right here. So there are two widths on that. One is wider than the other. The motor is going to spin at a continuous velocity. And the way you change speeds is to actually change the belt from the bigger to the smaller, or the smaller to the bigger setting on that cog, which again is a feature of higher end turntables. Because when you are controlling the speed of the motor, therefore, or the voltage of the motor, therefore the speed of the turntable, there is an opportunity for misinterpretation of voltage. You have to have a lot more transistors involved, and sometimes the speeds can be incorrect, and that's why you need a pitch slider. This is just one constant speed, and you adjust the the end speed of the platter via gear ratio. So that is a higher end feature, a better way to do it. Okay, next thing is this tone arm. You'll say, wow, that's just a straight tone arm. It's not an S bend, S curve tone arm. Isn't that a lower end one? No, actually, you're gonna see a lot more of these straight tone arms. Here's the secret about it, and there is no secret. In order to get the cartridge assembly and the stylus aligned properly with the record, you just need to have it angled at the tip. Having an S bend does absolutely nothing but look cool compared to having it just be angled at the tip like this. It's no secret to it whatsoever. And anybody who tells you otherwise is lying to you or misinformed. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull out the platter. This features a very heavy steel platter, similar to other ones we've seen lately. You can just feel the quality in this thing. It's heavy, which again, as simple as it sounds, really does indicate quality to a large extent. So this is like cast iron. It's really steel, but it's heavy. So we're going to set it here for right now. We're going to need to align the belt here in a minute, but let's set it on there for now. And then the slip mat is a felt slip mat, which one of my viewers pointed out is different than the rubber ones, which are grip mats. This is a slip mat designed to actually allow some slippage, as well as a padded surface to support that whole 12-inch width of the vinyl. Okay, let's continue on with the tone arm assembly. In the side of the foam here, you see we've got the counterweight. Looks pretty similar to the counterweight we've seen on the C100. So what we're going to do is we are going to just basically screw this bad boy on the back. You're going to want it facing this way so that you can read it as you go. One thing I will note, Crosley mentioned this to me, is that this counterweight has numbers that go up to a 2. So if you want to track higher than 2, what you need to do is just keep turning it and add them up. So it's not rocket science, but there was only room to label it up to 2 on there. But you're not going to be able to track, more than probably 4 grams on this, so I wouldn't worry about it. Track as light as you can go without it skipping, without it skating. We also have a cueing lever, which is, what we like to see there. Okay, so what we're going to do now, and we have to balance this thing still too. It is not balanced, but we will do that. Let's see, the next step, let's see around back. This unit right here. Yeah, again, this is really designed to take the Crosley turntable brand and product line to the next level. This is a high quality unit. I can tell you without even plugging it in that this is a high quality unit. So you've got your phono and line level. So your preamp is built in. So if you just want to connect to an amplifier, if you want to connect to like a stereo system or powered speakers, you can have the preamp inside do all the work, and RCA left and right as well. There's a ground in case you want to ground it, which is a good idea, and then a DC power plug as well. Now on the bottom, you'll notice that the plinth is solid, so the electronics are actually in this box below it. So it's a little thicker, this box, because all the electronics are in there. This plinth is literally just a piece of board with some holes drilled in it. There's nothing, that's not hollow, that's solid. Again, solid plinth adds to the stability of the player, in vibration management and cutting down unwanted noise, and the fact that it's a single speed motor that is geared to either 45 or to 33 eliminates issues with the motor in terms of speed and therefore pitch. Okay, next and last thing in the box here, actually that's not, there's a couple more things in the box. Next thing in the box is going to be the power supply. Just a typical AC, DC power supply here. And we will connect that. Everything smells brand new, just like a new car. Love this part. This is fun stuff. Okay, and now the last bit we have here is the 45 RPM spacer right there. The belt, which is right here. I like putting on my own belt. I think that's cool. And this guy right here, which I'm honestly not sure exactly what that is. It may have something to do with the alignment of the cartridge. We got this 2-point cartridge alignment protractor. So I have never had to do this before, so I'm going to have to read the instructions, which it's against everything I believe. But I'm going to take a look and see exactly how we do that. Kind of get things put back together, and I'll be back here in just a second, and we will see what's next. Okay, so the next thing I powered it up. Next thing we want to do is put this belt on. So I'm going to take off the slip mat, take off the platter. And underneath here we have the step drive pulley, which basically, again, allows you to change the speed of the record player based on which size you're using on this side. And then the belt goes around the platter support wheel right here. So we're going to go to this mode right here, and that is going to give us, that's going to be 45 because it's bigger down there, and the smaller one will give us a 33. So make sure that the pulley is aligned, or the belt is aligned pretty evenly. I mean, it doesn't have to be pristine exact, but get as close as you can. This is designed to come on and off as often as you need to change speeds, so it's relatively easy. You just lift the platter off. You don't have to take the slip mat off every time. That's all there is. It's basically, it's very manual. In fact, it's designed to be beautifully manual. So it's very non-automated by design. So, all right, next we're going to go on to setting up the tone arm assembly as well. Okay, to set up the tone arm, we're going to remove the stylus protector. And this is metal, by the way. This is a metal handle, tone arm. This is the similar Audio-Technica cartridge that we've seen on the other Crosley units as of late. Let's see if I can find a model number on that. I mean, I don't want to dig through this manual while you guys are watching here. Stylus. Shoot. Yeah, it's in the manual. But basically, it's a standardized head shell assembly and cartridge, so you can upgrade the cartridge to your favorite type if wanted. Okay, so how do we balance the tone arm? This is a basic principle for balancing all tone arms. So what you want to do is you want to take it out of the rest. Now with the protector off there, you have to be very careful. You don't want this thing falling down. And you want to back it out until it's balanced without being in the rest. So back it out, and it should float. Still falling down there. There we go. So it's not completely down, it's not completely up, it's in the middle. Okay, that's a little bit high. So I'm going to rotate it forward a little counterclockwise there until it's hovering. Now, once it hovers, that's balanced. So that's your starting point. Now, on the front, see this black gauge here? That black piece of plastic rotates freely from the actual weight. So you want to now hold the tone arm so it doesn't crash in. Actually, you can set it back in the rest. That's the best idea. Holding the metal so it doesn't spin, you want to adjust the plastic until it reads 0 at the top. Okay? So now you know that 0 here means that it's balanced. So, obviously you can't play a record with 0 tracking force. So you rotate it clockwise until you get the proper force. Where do you start? You're going to want probably at least 1.5. I would go to 2. Now, as I said before, that gauge only goes to 2. So it can track, I believe, up to 4 grams, maybe even 5. 4 is plenty. But yeah, try it at 2. That's what I'm going to do. And if it's not skipping, then we'll call it a day. And that's pretty much it. You're ready to go. Let's put the dust cover on. It looks so beautiful without the dust cover, but you will get dust on it. Now, as we listen to it, I'm going to be using sort of a makeshift speaker system. It's a good speaker system, and it's going to be off camera. I had to jerry-rig it a little bit because my Crosley speakers are in storage right now. So we're going to need to make do with what we have right now. This is kind of interesting. How do you think that's supposed to connect? Is it like a pressure clip? Oh, I get it. So there's a groove. Okay. So I'm making it way more difficult than it is. So I just need to get this to fall into the groove. And it's obviously removable. So if you say one day, hey, this thing looks ugly. Oops. Or it's cracked or whatever, you can replace it, or you can do without it and then just be ready to keep the dust clean off of it, because I'll tell you what, these things will magnetize. I mean, the dust collection is just out of this world. Okay, so it goes down, not all the way in the back. Don't force that. You can kind of feel it stop when it's supposed to stop. And then they've conveniently labeled front on the front. So let me kind of position this a little bit better. So yeah, I'm going to be playing it with a powered speaker off camera there. I won't be able to get the full effect until my new setup is complete here. Still working on that. But in the meantime, we're pretty much ready to go. So let me pull it up here. There is a power switch back there, which you guys probably saw, but let's go ahead and give it a listen. I did not do the cartridge alignment, and I did not use this, so I'm probably missing a step. But for the sake of time, we've completed all the steps in the quick setup, so we'll leave that for another day. Also, I did not find, not that there isn't one, but I did not find a handy place to store this, but it's probably around here somewhere, or maybe you're just supposed to stick it off to the side. Again, minimalistic styling is what we're going for in this. I'm going to start by playing some opera. This is the Three Tenors record that I recently got. I haven't reviewed this yet. I need to do a review on this record set. It's an interesting story how I came upon this. Brand new record. This side may not have even have been played, actually. So we are going to... Did I power it on all right? We're going to go ahead. Maybe I didn't. Okay. All right, we're going to go ahead and... I didn't use a cueing lever. I've been using the Collegiate for so long, I'm not used to using a cueing lever. All right, I'm going to go ahead and connect the audio here, and we are going to give it a listen. So bear with me here. Let me get her plugged in, and I'll give you a review of the sound quality. Okay, guys, we are ready to listen. Okay, so this unit right here has a really interesting cueing lever system. So if you pull back on the cueing lever, it does not raise the stylus out of, or the tone arm out of the rest, which is really kind of interesting. But if you put it in the up position, then you can rotate the stylus over the record, and it holds it in position. So it, does the same exact thing in I think probably a better way, actually. So we got a record on there. Let's give it a listen. Again, I've got a powered speaker about 10 feet away from the camera. It's a good speaker system, but I'm not able to get it close to the camera right now. So you're not going to get the same, warmth and vibrance that this player has to offer, over the camera that I'm getting. So you have to take my word for it. And then again, once I've got my full setup ready to rock and roll here in a month or two, still working on the new studio, you'll be able to, we'll take another in-depth look at it maybe down the road, or at least use it for some reviews and whatnot. So let's give it a listen here. It's a Three Tenors recording from 1994, live from Dodger Stadium. Classical music, so very dynamic. I love this blue vinyl, by the way. I meant to do a show about this when I got this record. I got a gift card for my birthday. Forgot about it, got around to it, and went and got this record, and it was just, it's an amazing record, and it deserves its own show. Let's give it a listen. I'm going over by the speaker. So it's rich, it's full. I want to hear it on a bigger speaker system. This is good for what it is. Again, it's going to have a lot more bass than what you're getting over the camera. But more important than bass, it's bright. It's got a bright high end. I hear no surface noise. It's a brand new record, so you're not going to hear surface noise. I don't hear any rumble. I don't hear any motor noise. It's a very quiet unit, even without the speaker part, just, running it without a record. Sounds great. Yeah. Let's try another music type. I wanted to try classical because it's very dynamic music. But I also want to play some big band. You guys know what a big band fan I am. Actually, you know what? Let's skip the big band. I want to test out something. So let's take this guy off. We're going to listen to some pop music. So let's scoot this guy over a little bit. We are going to, you can see I'm stretching to reach that speaker. I'm going to change speed. This is how you change speeds of the record player. Just gently pull that belt off, put it on a different spindle, setting there on the pulley. Put your platter back on gently. It's designed to come on and off, so don't freak out. You'll need your spacer. What did I do with it? This is why I like there to be a place to put it, because people like me misplace it already. Okay, cool. And again, you can upgrade these. Crosley makes a really cool aluminum one, but the stock one works just as well. And we're going to play some Venus, Bananarama. So let's listen to Venus. And 45 RPM, change the speed. This record's probably dirty, but that's okay. We think it's cool anyway. Okay, this is a dirty record. That felt has a little bit of a, you know what? I don't like that. Felt having a little bump in there. And it's just a felt. The platters, is completely level as you can get. That felt needs to, after a period of time, those tend to flatten out a little bit, but just know that it's not really a warped platter. That thing is completely flat. Okay, so we are going to listen to a little bit of pop music on here and see what we got. All right. Okay, guys, sounds great. That's a louder record, obviously, so I didn't change the volume from one to the other. It's good. It's a great record player. I'm really excited to get this hooked up and to listen to it in earnest with some more records. I love the tonearm counterbalance. I like the tonearm assembly itself instead of using the S-curve tonearm, which is fancy looking, but it does nothing more to align the cartridge than does this or any other straight tonearm. In fact, I think this is a little bit better because there's no azimuth adjustment to be made in terms of the twist or warpage over time that you would see in an S-bend tonearm possibly. In fact, this one is adjustable, as we could see with that cartridge alignment set that came with it. It's a beefy tonearm. It's metal. This assembly here, the gyro assembly, is different than what we've seen in a lot of these in the past. I like it better. It shows you all of every which way that the I'm trying to think of a word that's not coming to me, but basically all of the ways that it can adjust and bend out in the open, which is cool. It's a minimalist design. The solid plinth, sometimes when you're playing a record, you get a sense of vibration. Even if it's not coming through speakers, you get a sense of vibration. This one I don't. I really feel like they've done a great job of isolating the motor hum and noise and physical vibrations. This thing feels completely smooth, whether it's on or off or otherwise. Again, the electronics are not in the body of the record player. This is a solid MDF plinth, which is really cool. I think it's great. It's a cool record player. Looks good. Variety of colors. Sounds great. Again, look forward to test driving the sound quality more so down the road. But yeah, I think this is a winner, guys. For 159 bucks or whatever they cost, you can't beat it. I mean, this is the style of the C10, the C20, which are the some of the top end units that Crosley has. So again, designed right here in the U.S., high quality materials. I really think they're turning the tide on perception issues that they faced in the past, which I believe honestly were largely misplaced, but that's another show topic for another day. But this unit is excellent, as is the other ones we reviewed. I always give you 100% honest feedback. If I find an issue, I tell you about it or I don't review it. So want you guys to know that the information that I will tell you is 100% honest all the time, and I won't put my name on it if there is a reason not to. So this unit is cool. It's awesome. I like it. Awesome styling. I like the red. My wife thought I should go for the red one. Why not? You know, it's cool. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Give me a comment down below if you have this unit, if you found a place to get a good deal on it. Let me know. Reviews so far online have been very positive for this unit, so I think you'll like it. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this show. Sorry for the delay again. It's good to be back in town, kind of, although palm trees were fun. Happy record hunting as always. We'll see you next time, guys.